So I'm approaching Beeston Iron Lock. And I'm just trying to get squarely onto the little lock landing. It's metal up there, so I don't want to bump it too hard. And actually, a little bit further. Right, that was absolute rubbish. Obviously, I sort of got within 2 feet of the bank, jumped off, and meanwhile the boat's carried on, so I need to pull the boat back. So I'm pulling the boat back, secure the boat loosely on the rear. Oh no, on this one will do. I've got to be a little bit careful which bollard I put it on, because, there we go, because if there's a boat coming down, I don't want to block their way. So, what I'm going to do is just quickly check there's nobody coming. So that's good. Also, the lock is full, so that's a nuisance. Okay. So, boat's tied up. Windlass in hand. There she is. I think that's the A49. There's a little cafe there, the Lockgate Coffee House. No idea if it's any good, but not stopping anyway, because it's too soon for an overnight. So this is Beeston Iron Lock, and if you look down there at those outlet walls, you can sort of see iron stains. So clearly that's rust on the iron. It gets maintained. But, you know, now that I'm looking at it, I can kind of tell it's iron construction. And I've got to pull the boat in, but I've got to get the rope somehow behind this bridge. I can't pull the rope past this bridge. I've got to somehow pass it underneath. I've got to get it past the bridge. And when I did this last time, I laid down on my stomach and just basically lowered the thing. Lowered the rope underneath. So anyway, I'm going to open these paddles. Not too bad. Some of them are really, really stiff. These are okay. Two-handed, but kind of easy two-handed-ish. They're geared in a way that you turn them lots and lots. Now the boat down there is moving, oops-a-daisy, fairly violently actually. It's going to bang against the bloody wall. Shit. Anyway, it's tied up securely, so that's okay. Me opening the gate caused a surge of water down below, and the boat swung out. Right. Well, let's get this bugger open. That's quite a torrent that is coming out at the boat. I'm just going to go and check and see. Now the boat, oh my God, the boat's actually on an angle. Look at that. What a torrent. Look at that. I'm not going to open the other gate as I'm worried the bloody boat will take off. So let's pull the boat in. Wow. That's taking all my strength to try and get the boat in, and it's not budging. I'm so glad that I tied that properly, because that was a real torrent and a half, and it's still not easing up. And I still can't get the boat in. Okay, I'm going to go and check the top gate, make sure it's definitely the paddles are sealed, although that's dying down. No, it's like it's not dying down, and it should be dying down by now. No, the level's still up in the lock there, you can see, so there's water to come out. That's one of the most violent outflows I've seen from any gate. It really caught the boat hard. I tried to pull the boat in against, not even against the flow, but you know, the flow was going alongside, pretty much on I think the flow is directed in between the boat and the shore, and that was what was keeping it out, and still is. Yeah, it's dying down a little bit now, thankfully. Might be able to pull the boat in a little bit, although the boat should be okay. That's the most violent outflow I've seen in any loch. Not that I've seen millions by any means, but that really put a strain on that rope. I mean, you know, it tilted the boat over. Never I felt to a dangerous angle. Not too dangerous, but the engine exhausts down on the stern, they're only a few inches above the water level, so they're not going to enjoy prolonged submergence. So anyway, let's get the other gate open now. Because I've noticed it's taking its time to empty. There's still loads in there. The level's still way above the canal below. So I'm now going to open this paddle and just see if we can get this water level down in the loch. The loch I'm thinking of stopping at is called Tillstone, but if I remember rightly, there's absolutely bugger all signal. That's not ideal, and I mean literally bugger all, apart from one stretch. Then again, I didn't have my 6-foot mast at the time, did I? So maybe that'll make a difference. Anyway, it's emptying now, boat's calmed down. Little mini boat drama there. So I'm now just waiting for this to empty. I'm going to open the gate, and somehow I've got to tow that boat into this lock, and I've got to lead the rope underneath this footbridge. I don't want to get on my stomach and pass it by hand to hand. There's another way, which is to let the boat sail under and then grab the rope lead it in above this end and grab it as it goes past. But it's a year since I've tried it, and it's a little bit of a technique, and I don't want to bugger it up, so I might play it safe and just pass the rope. So it looks like it might be nearly level. What I'm going to do now is try pushing on the gate and seeing if it, yes, the gate's opening, brilliant, okay. So this, in theory, would accept, it's a double lock and it would accept 2 boats, but the advice, both on the sign here and wherever you read about it, is don't put 2 boats in this lock. I think it maybe puts strain on the structure. I don't know the reason, but just don't. It's a really tight fit with 2 boats, and it's considered, I think, too risky. I'm not going to pretend I know the reasons why, whether to the structure or the boats or both. So I'm just going to open this. I don't need to open this gate completely because the other one's fully open. But what I will do while I'm here, oh no, I was going to say I'll lower the paddle. I've left the windlass over there. Genius. Right. So now this gate's open, I can lower this. You lift, little catch thing, lift that, and that allows the paddle to go down. Okay, and once it's down, I'm going to lower this thing, this catch again, and that will secure it in the lowered and sealed position, so the gate's watertight. Okay. Right. Okay, that's all the way down, brilliant. I'm going to lower the other gate as well, lower the other paddle. So you can see it's quite a palaver doing these locks. The only difference with a single lock is that the lock only fits 1 boat in. There are still 2 gates, they're just narrower. So, well, you don't want to let this go because the weight of the paddle sometimes will twirl this thing around really fast and dangerous. So you've got to hold on to your paddle and just, you know, don't let it go. And also, by the way, I've put it in the wrong hole. This should have gone through the small hole. Probably all sorts of innuendos involved here, but I'm not up to it at the moment. Okay. Now just further on down there, you can see there's a metal square rod just fitting into a thing. There we go. That tells me it's now fully down, fully closed, the paddle. So now the gates are watertight, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to tow the boat in. So, and I'm going to open this gate because I don't want to make the job of towing by hand any harder than it's probably going to be. The boat seemed to this gate seemed to just close close itself. I left it half open, so I'm going to open it fully. Yeah, it's trying to close itself. Okay, well, it is what it is. I have to work around it. So now, tow the boat in. So this is the fun part. Oh dear, right. So let's untie it. I didn't know about this weird mechanism when I first came through this lock, and I came through the other way. got the boat in the lock, closed the rear gate, and I suddenly realised there was no ladder for me to climb down onto the boat and get it out, and I realised then I'd have to tow it. So anyway, what I ought to do is, it's too late now to push the boat out, because I think it'll make it easier to pull it. So I'm now going to pull this, and you don't need a lot of, like a massive amount of pulling power just to get it moving slowly. As you can see, the boat's moving there already on a fairly modest tow. So I'm going to put that there, because it'll get in the way of me lying on my stomach. And now, get the boat moving. Okay, so the boat's moving, and as the boat passes under the bridge, I am going to pass the rope to myself, if I possibly can. Why can't I do it? I did it last time. I did it last time with no problem. So I've let the rope go under the bridge there. There it is there. Now in theory, as the boat moves further away, the height of the rope will increase, and I will be able to grab it, and indeed so. There it is. I've grabbed the rope as it's gone under the bridge. So I've now got to stand up first of all, that would help, and then I don't want the rope to just drop, so I'm letting it go and pulling it up simultaneously. There we are. So I've got the rope under the bridge. Is that one of those crazy 70s game shows? We have to solve the Krypton factor. One for the kids there. Right. So, brilliant. To be honest, I noticed I was tied up to the back there down below, and I just opened the gates, you know, to drain the lock, and the flow went drain. I don't know where the flow goes or how it does it, but I think the boat just goes everywhere. But no, it's okay. I think going down is your problem because you can get hung up. Going up, you're usually okay, you know. Yeah, this, I've got to be honest, they are a pain, these double locks single-handed. Oh, just getting it away from the front. There we go. As long as it's not banging up against the front, I'm not too worried. There we go. Are you about to yourself? Yeah? Yeah.
It always comes up down this side, so the boat gets
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, look at that. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't mind this. It's up against the front where I worry a bit. That's just one paddle. It's not even got sides. Yeah, oh yeah. After the way he behaved on the bottom one, I'll take this one easy. Nice and easy.